streaming off of the internet. Okay, sorry. um, I was having problems with OBS um, this morning, or actually, it was this afternoon. They No one's in my 10 p.m. in my space yet, which is like kind of nice. Not gonna lie. um, but yeah, we can refresh this page and so yeah, sorry, give me a couple of moments and then we will start the walkthrough. Also, I really do appreciate you buying a ticket, and I'll check it in a couple of days after it goes through and make sure that you're not subscribed. And if you are, I will unsubscribe you. So
I found your toggle, and it totally said one-time payment. So
okay,
we're good.
good.
We're good.
Okay, yeah. It's one of those things where I was like, is this shady? Is this what people do? But it's there, so you don't have to subscribe. But yeah. Yeah. So I was just double checking and making sure that, um, yeah. So when you first go into um, the gallery, we have just a bunch of shop fronts, and if you click on the banners, they go to their websites. So um, Zeller Visuals is an amazing human being who um, she does all the promo films for me, except Robert made one for me this time. So, and I appreciate that from Robert. So, um, but if we go in the back here,
I don't have any visual, so
oh,
like, what am I supposed to be doing?
no, okay,
Like,
okay. Maybe it would help if I shared my screen. Go live.
because I opened a browser window and I have the VR up um, in a tab. So now I'm clicking to see your screen, and I see it, and I also see my own tab on another screen. So I'm working with two screens here.
Okay. I just thank you for saying something. I just shared my screen on Discord for the live stream. But if you go onto the website bandbooks.art and you go and you log in to the dashboard, there should be an enter here link, and you just click on that.
I'm in it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, you can explore on your own. The guided walkthrough you can see on, well, I mean, you're on Discord, so if you go to Discord, you can see my screen now.
Right.
Yeah, so it's easier because in in the stream, or sorry, when you're in the gallery, you're on your own. So if you want to like just listen to me and explore on your own, that is totally acceptable. I am not offended. But yeah, that was my fault, user error. I just noticed that when I tried to start OBS, that it was sharing the wrong monitor the whole time. Last one. So I'm gonna go through and figure out how to delete those off of YouTube. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. We are looking at Edwin's amazing little broken windmill AI art that he did. So we have the broken windmills, like I said. And then Pixie made some cute little AI art. And this little pillar over here, this is from James. He's a male model in Nigeria, I believe. So, yeah. And I did the barriers here to make it look like it's a memorial. And I don't think I properly introduced these in the themes, but basically this is the animal farm based gallery, and the themes are Robert's here. I'm gonna invite him to speak. He's in oh, he's also in Discord. But yeah, so basically the sub themes are protesting and utopia. So we're in the protesting section. Like, what do you care about? Why are we even doing any of this? And what are our causes? And some of these are animal pictures, so don't judge me. But yeah, basically with animal cruelty and stuff like that. This is the photo grabber. Like, is my own thing gonna be a traitor? No, but he did some cool cow photography. Apparently they live around him. Hey Robert, can you hear me on
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Jessica is in Discord. Apparently her Android phone is being trashed, so she is watching through Discord. So I'm giving a proper walkthrough now until we give up. It turns out that like when you have a bunch of artists and galleries, it becomes too much. You could probably spend 2 hours in here talking about this, but this one on the screen here in Discord, or that you can see on my screen, this is Art Meta X, and he's a very cool guy. And also, there's placards either on the ground or next to it, and if you click on the button, it goes to where the art is being sold. So that is a thing that I do for the artists to help them. If seeing it in the metaverse is helpful in any way to them, I am more than happy to help. So we have Zoomojis and Musty Magic, and of course myself if we're doing advertisements, and then Alana Wilcox, and my second job, text to image. And in the back over here, we have Blind Chimp. So he actually sold this piece before the gallery even started. So that's good for him, and it's really cute. So it's just like a V for Vendetta inspired Blind Chimp. And yeah, there's scenes of actual protests from Unsplash, and this is from 21 Merchants. He does abstract type art.
Turn to the right, and there's a phrase over there on the wall that you set up, the protest wall, and it says, "Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing." So where is this picture from?
This, we can click into it and get more details. A lot of these from Unsplash don't really have is current event. So
what is Unsplash? Is that a stock place, or is that like an NFT place?
it is, yeah, it's like a Web 2. They have free images that you're allowed to use as long as you give the artist as long as you cite them
Yeah.
properly. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I link directly to them, and you can see where it is. It's actually, if you look, these all say like free to use under the Unsplash license. Yeah, free to use under the Unsplash license. So,
Yeah.
um,
That's cool. I know somebody who's like using that as like a personal mantra. She says that like all the time. She like signs her emails with that. Whatever you're not changing, you're choosing.
yeah. Um, it's well, I mean, I put it up there. It spoke to me. It's just one of those things where yeah, if you like you there's only so much that you can care about. So like some things you can't change, but you know, if you just let things sit, then you're choosing that as, you know. So yeah, I'm glad that you liked that phrase. Um, we can go through here. There is no planet B. um, and this is from the BLM protests, I'm pretty sure. Um, I don't think. I wish they had information. Um, this was in Paris, apparently. So
I remember that when people were shot in Paris, right in 2020.
yeah, yeah, they don't really have any. I wish, like, yeah, that was my one thing here. Like, they don't have titles for. So okay, let me go on to Unsplash because like, they have a lot of art. That's, I mean, it's mostly photography, but like, some of this, like, you can see. Okay, well, obviously the first thing I click on is not going to have the example, but a lot of the art, like, there's a title.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's also, so you gotta find one that's like not maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, I just thought that with the protesting theme, that having real images would be helpful rather than trying to get like AI art to work with me. So, but yeah, we have a dumpster over there and it is on fire, which is funny. This
2020 with the dumpster fire.
yeah. So this is a protest image from Bernard Connie. So Bernard's really cool too. He's not been on Twitter much lately, but he is coming back, and he's a solid person to know, honestly, in the space. And so we have, this is James again, and my silly little protest poster AI. And I actually have a collaboration, that's the word I'm looking for, with Brett for the Bigfoot shreds concept art, and I want to mint this so badly because it is freaking cute. But yeah, it's it's graffiti. All the sides of the buildings have different graffiti art. And I mentioned Zoomojis before, but they are they're a VoxelX partner along with me, and they do educational content in the metaverse. So they're really cool people. We have lots of fun together. This is a photograph from Carly McInnes. It's just like a city street, but it's, well, I mean, it's there for a reason. This is going into the reveal that I'm trying to do, and now we are in Utopia. And that was probably way too fast. So you all have a choice. Do you want to? Oh, Jessica, you're here, so we'll go left. That way we can you can be assured that you're in my gallery.
There's Holden. Oh,
Yeah.
he's in Utopia, just hanging out, waiting to catch all the kiddos who are going to run off the edge of this metaverse.
Yeah.
Cat!
We've got a cat. She's unhappy. I don't know if this is helping or not, or if you're just seeing how messy my house is, but we will. I will invite Doge onto the stage while we're waiting for my cat to stop being thirsty.
The dog comes in to see what's wrong. There's a cat.
You might say, but I thought she was drinking from your water. No, like they have their own water on my desk because they like to drink from my coffee mugs. And I like to drink from my own coffee mug, so we've compromised. They think that my water is better than their water. They have water all over the house. They have anyway. We will not travel to the edge of the world, I don't think. Who knows with a cat? I think we're between worlds right now.
Hey Amy, are we in your metaverse now?
Yes. So, a lot of people actually showed up to my Discord, which is not something that has happened since like the first month that I was here. So, oh, hey. See, I'm not even paying attention to my Twitter space right now, but yeah, there's a bunch of people in my Discord, and we are watching it together. Except my cat has decided that she is thirsty. I saw you an hour ago, but how are you, Doge?
Good, good. Well, I'll sign in. I'm signing in right now. All right, I'm in the. Let me figure this out. Okay, I'm on the main page. How is this so complicated? How do I get to the metaverse?
There's a dashboard button. Go to the dashboard.
Yeah, okay.
And then click on Enter Gallery.
That's so obscure. Holy.
Okay, Jessica, do you agree with Doge? Is this just like a bad user experience? Because like, I don't know, I feel like signing into a website's not that like bad of a concept.
Oh, am I still off mute?
Yeah.
I do websites. That's my job. So, like, funny people have told me, oh, it's $5,000 for advice.
Oh, no.
Like they've told me to tell people, oh yeah, $5,000 if you want to set a website.
Yeah. Also, I muted myself, but she's also. I'm sorry, Doge. No, I'm not getting defensive. I mean, that was a little defensive. What I meant was, like when you need to do marketing, but you actually just redesign your landing page. I feel like I've done that a few times, but like it went from being like super duper bad to like okay, and I just wanted to be like okay neutral. But yeah. Sorry, Doge, that is obscure.
No, okay. My opinion is it should just be like simple, right? And I mean, like I have to go to 2 pages before I get to the metaverse. That's all I'm saying. And it wasn't very clear where, like, the button is like a text, and there's like another button says connect wallet. There's text that's bigger surrounding that text, like the main call to action. So I'm just saying, like, it's in my opinion, it's very obscure for such an important action.
Okay, I will take that critique. And are you in the metaverse now?
You know, maybe I'm sorry if I'm like harsh, or I was just in the Skirpy space, and he was like, oh, I think you're, I think he's just teasing, right? But he was like, I think your user interface needs a lot of work, right? Like, and like, uh, you know, because we're a bit competitive with each other, right? So, and then and I kind of agree to it, which I didn't really mean to agree with it because I didn't fully agree with what he's saying. And then I asked him, what's the better what metaverse do you think looks better? And he says, RuneScape. And I'm like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
So that was his answer, but it got me a bit defensive, even still.
Yeah, I mean, I could hear it in my voice and also my feelings. I was getting defensive, but I appreciate the honest feedback. I will store it away in my brain, and in like 6 months, I'll be like, hey, look at my new website, my new landing page. Um, yeah, like it could like.
But look how cool Holden looks as a cube. Thank you for putting it up there like that. That is, it's like the chalk art festival where you see those, somebody does a parking lot of a chalk drawing and you have to get in the right angle to see it.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely no problem, and my pleasure. Um, yeah, it's
Look, he's right in front of all of those, like Monet gardens. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm glad you like. Well, first, do you want to talk a little bit about your piece, Jessica, since we're here?
Well, I got inspired. I'm not sure why. I just wanted to make a collection on object. I started doing Mid-Journey, like in portraits, in Stable Diffusion and Mid-Journey. And then I found the style that I really, really loved. And so I had the style first. And I said, you know what? This looks a lot like Catcher in the Rye. So I made like 28 more. So I said, I'll make an object collection and see what happens with it. So as I meditated on it and thought about it, about where I wanted to take the entire collection, I realized, well, if the book is a metaphor, you know, for maladjusted teens trying to, they really hate phonies. That's what Holden was about. He hates the phony aspect of how when adults grow up and they get disconnected from source, and so they're not totally honest with themselves and the world. And he just wanted to protect his sister from all of that. And he had this fascination with being the Catcher in the Rye. He wanted to be pretty much her savior. He had this one passage in the book where he says, you know what, I just think about being a catcher in the rye where kids are playing, they're like, small children are romping around, having a good time and playing in the fields, but there's a cliff and I am positioned there to catch them right before they fall. And that's what I would do all day. I'd be the catcher in the rye. So where I took the collection was, you know, this sentiment can be parsed out to any person, no matter their age, their gender, or where they live in the world. So I asked both a combination of Mid-Journey and Stable Diffusion to do portraits of people from all different countries. So in my 28 images that are out there on the collection, I've got people from South Africa, from Kenya, from I have a Native American, I have Black, I have white, I have Asian. So the whole collection is dedicated to those people who just have it in their heart to protect others. That's it.
So I am 100% a fan of Mid-Journey. That's, yeah, and I really like this. I'm trying to get this pinned on my space so that the people that are on Twitter that don't have the visual can follow along. But I just like, I like the hand placement, and I like how they're looking in the distance, and I keep saying I'm not like an art expert, but I do like this like style of art. Like
Oh, cool. I
yeah.
didn't realize that you were streaming to people who cannot see it, so I can give you a visual description. I've got a portrait in the watercolor style that's a mix of Andrew Wyatt's art and other natural landscape, realism, dry brush watercolor technique type artists. So this is a dry brush watercolor of somebody who looks like what I imagine Holden Caulfield to look like. I asked for an Italian boy, teenager. And so, and I was trying to get the hunting cap.
My computer had other. Sorry, I'm doing something dumb on my computer. Go on, Jessica. I'm sorry.
It was difficult to get the exact hunting cap that Holden Caulfield asks. Lets us know that his sister loves is some sort of a red hunting cap. So I was amazed and thrilled at the amazing variety of hats that Midjourney gave me when I asked for a red hunting cap. So if you take a look through the entire collection of 28, you might have a chuckle and a laugh at some of the hats that Midjourney gave me. This particular one that made it into the Banned Books gallery is the one that looks most like what I think Holden Caulfield would look like. He's got a red jacket. He's got like a scarf. He's holding some sort of a bag, which could be his school bag. And he's got his red hat. And he's staring off into the distance, and he's in the field of wheat or rye with rolling hills.
Well, first of all, thank you for going through that description. That is the best description I have heard from an artist from Banned Books Art about their work. So I'm really sorry that I wound up messing around with my computer and playing noise in the middle of it. But I'm on your page. Well, I mean, you can see it, but I'm on your page now, and the rest of your collection is here. But yeah, everybody, they're 9 Tez, and oh my god, you didn't send me the dog pictures. I guess there's always next time.
I only sent you one out of the collection of 28. Yeah. So I did forget that I also asked for some dogs in a field of wheat, and I was really charmed with what I got. And of course, dogs are our protectors, so yes. they go in the collection too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these are super cool. Yeah. I totally accidentally clicked into this, but I do like that. He like is, you can tell it's not his shirt, but like he's like kind of like a ghost. That's not how I want to describe it, but that's how it came out of my mouth. But yeah.
This picture is from Stable Diffusion. It's one of the first ones that inspired my entire collection. I was so enamored. You know how when you ask text to image, and you ask for something, and if you get a return of a result that you just fall in love with, that's what happened with me. I just fell in love with the picture, and I just kept going and going and going, asking for all sorts of different types of figures in fields of wheat. Because what we've got here is a teenage boy up to his neck in wheat. And it wasn't what I was hoping for with the text to image, but it was better. I was like, wow, that's some really tall wheat. So I love where Midjourney takes me.
Yeah. I'm really impressed because Stable Diffusion is actually, it's more difficult than Midjourney to get a great result, but this is great. So congratulations. So So I'm just looking to see who's in the room. Robert is in the room. So if we just turn 180 degrees, on the right, you can see 21 Merchants, their skyscraper moment. And then you can see some trees, which someone described them as trees. So I was just really happy that like they understood like the abstract tree concept. It was difficult and kind of turned out the way I wanted it to, but you know, sure. Everything's an experience. So yeah, this is Robert is on the wall here. Hey Robert, how are you? How was your movie?
It was good. I don't remember the name, but my brother chose it. It was pretty good. It's some people in the train, uh, hating each other. It was funny too, but entertaining.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your art while you're here?
Yeah, sure. So this piece of art came to me when I was meditating. I usually meditate with plant medicine, and in the meditation, like I get some messages. I don't know from where, from the inner us, from the plant. I don't know. And this one was particularly about the war and how to get in peace with yourself. I actually wrote a thing for it. Can I explain it?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Uh, so it starts like this. If you want to stand for something, stand for peace. If you just for a second stand and be still, you play your part, because by standing still, we create peace. And there was a vision about war, chaos, destruction, and a vision of sadness, and I cried. And there was a man standing for the right to live, the right to be, standing for peace, silent, calm, breathing, mindful, serene, just being. And a flag representing all the peoples of the world, holding their hands, being part of the one, embracing their differences, and their feet with their roots connecting them to the earth, our roots that go beyond time. We are all connected from the same source of life. Brothers and sisters, let's unite for one cause. I stand for peace.
Thank you for reading that. That's if I click into your yes, it's here in the description on OpenSea. If anybody missed any of that or was curious, you can click through it and it's there. That's beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate the feedback and listening to me, because sometimes I think I'm like crazy, but because this things comes from a plant, it's not actually me. I want to share it with the world.
I mean, it's a beautiful message and it's a well done collage, and I don't think it's actually a Dalai Lama, but it's like a Tibetan monk, so I appreciate that. So we're almost done with the gallery. All just so you know, you've been here for half an hour, but this is Seth Quinn on the screen. He sent me this as a gift, and I was like, girl, cat, Art Nouveau, I'm gonna ask you if I can put it in the gallery. So there you go. Then we have, well, this is Pixie. She gave me some pink angels. And then yeah, a bunch of AI art back here. So effectively the Last of Us, but we're gonna go see Pixie. This is actually an output from an original version of text to image. Just putting that out there. It's just like a lioness with like vaguely butterflies and stuff in the background.
Amy, I tried going to the metaverse, and my computer kind of like bugged out. But my computer right now isn't very good. So, just saying, right? Like, my computer wasn't really able to handle it.
Well, I'm sorry you had that experience. Also, thank you for that feedback because it's um, sometimes difficult to um, gauge like how much is too many images and polygons in my universe. I did have to scale back this month because my computer kept crashing, and then Zeller was like, I cannot, um, like, I can't go into your universe, so I scaled back. So I think in the future, if I have to tile things, they'll just be bigger and we'll have less images to go around. Did you try refreshing your browser and like sitting and waiting for it to load before moving?
Yeah, like it got kind of choppy, and then like it freezes, and then if I were to like leave it for like a few minutes, it might start running again. But um, yeah, it's just like I could those like it's too much for my computer. If I had a more powerful computer, I know it'd be able to run it, right? But it's just I'm using like a MacBook Air, and yeah, it's just not very powerful.
Well, also thank you for I mean, thank you for that feedback. I'll you know, every gallery is different and I learn new things. So, um I might ask you before I launch my next one if it crashes for your computer or not. Like I'll try some new things and we'll get through this together.
All right, cool. Yeah, like you know, that'd be cool. So like I could go in your metaverse, and this is just a temporary computer for me. So normally I don't think I would have this issue, but for if I'm sure a lot of other people might have MacBook Airs. It's not like my MacBook Air is very old, so just saying, right?
Yeah, there is a limit to like how many like polygons and stuff. I actually the real answer here is I need to actually go back and do there's like a con I could do like a content management system so things don't load until you're within like a certain distance in the metaverse. And I haven't done that yet because not that many people have gone into my metaverse and I do it every month. So hopefully when I'm doing this quarterly and when I do the training, I will, you know, take the time to figure it out and implement it.
You also have to think about um, like who do you actually care to make your metaverse accessible to people with laptops like my laptops? Because you might like maybe you just want to make it because a lot of people are making metaverses that will only run on like high end computers. So there's that to take into consideration too.
I think at some point I will figure out where like browser stack has different browsers, but there should be like a load test balancer that should be able to tell me like emulate different um, environments, and that way I can give guidance in like in the frequently asked section that I have, like what type of computers are supported, because like I understand the frustration of like you didn't say it wouldn't work on my computer and now it crashed and now I'm not in it. So I appreciate your feedback.
Yeah, of course, and happy to help. And I'm sure there's gonna be updates, and you know you also have to think like how many people actually have this issue, and maybe it's not that many. Um, so
Yeah, like when
yeah,
one person you're like, well, I guess it's not really an issue, and then like, but I do appreciate, I like I do appreciate this feedback. I might not act on it right away, but it's, it's registered in my head. Not in like a living rent free type of way. It's just like, trying to prioritize whatever feedback. And when I get some time, I'll look into it.
Cool. Yeah, for sure. Sounds good. Um, yeah, that's really all I have to say. It's just too bad. Yeah, it's like, um, I did see a bit of it, and I saw like you had this like kind of like the nature kind of type area, and then I thought that it looked pretty cool, and then it went off bounds, and then I kind of turned around and maybe it tried to, I don't know exactly how the rendering works, but maybe it tried to render like everything at once, and it didn't like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not generally finicky with me, except for this month where I think I told you this in the last space, but I accidentally had like 800 images for the floor, trying to make it, small enough so people could see like what it is, and the environment just like crashed. So, I also have like a border across. Like I don't normally do like a full border, in my metaverse either. So there's actually a lot more images than there are usually, in my metaverse. So this might just be like an upper bounds limit. I'll actually pay attention to how many images I have from this month, and we will, yeah, I'll just keep it in mind. Thank you for that feedback. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's probably some sort of memory issue. If like just like how it is, and based on what you're saying, it's probably trying to load all those images, and then it just because it loads eventually. That's what I noticed. Like if I give it a few minutes, it'll like load a tiny bit, and then like wait a bit, and then so
Yeah.
that's my guess. It's like a memory thing.
Yeah, like I said before, I definitely need to, look back at because A-Frame has, um, a way for you to, like basically hot load images so that it's not all at the same time, and it's just not a feature I've implemented in my metaverse. And then also I probably need to do caching that way. um, if you've gotten to my metaverse and there's the images, you don't need to download them again to make it more performant. Yeah. And
if there's some sort of like pre-built way to do optimization, then go for it. I'm sure there's like some like tricks you can use, to also optimize it, like just JavaScript and stuff, like you're saying, like in caching and.
yeah, I mean, this has all been kicked to the new year. I'm I'm like, I'm gonna have so much time, and then I just like give myself new tasks to do. So yeah, like it's on my list. I'm not saying it's gonna get done quickly, but it is on my list of things to do. Um, so
One of the things that I kind of think about is like, what if like there's like just a better framework that gets released next year or something? So I think it's important not to get overly invested in a particular framework or technology.
yeah, well, okay. Here's the thing, like the the 3D objects I'm using is compatible with other metaverses. It, like the images wouldn't be imported the same way. It would be a huge pain in the ass, but like I could, like, if there was another JavaScript library that was more performant and better in every way, or in a lot of ways, I probably wouldn't be migrating what I already have off of this, but I would add it to, my website. And just the customer, you all do not need to know what like metaverse tool I'm using to power my metaverse. The experience is what's important, right?
Yeah, for the user, it doesn't matter. But I guess the point is, like, when you're investing time, you want to make these thinking about these types of optimizations. Like it could just be like the wrong route, like the wrong questions to be asking. Like, should I be optimizing when, like, you're going to just be like wasting time on like I said, if something comes next year, like, it would just be like wasted time thinking about and building some optimization for this, right? And it's not just with like this particular optimization. Like, this is going to be an issue for so many people building so many metaverses and NFT projects. Just, it's like repeated work, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, what can you do to avoid that repeated work?
I find that as a programmer, it's not really repeated work. Like, you just find new frameworks, and for the most part, you can port over what you did. It's not from scratch. And then also, like, you have experience, so whenever you do come across an issue on some new technology, it's, not as scary. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be paralyzed with fear that this is, like, not the best framework and just never work on anything ever again, because it's not the best it's ever going to be. I'm going to use the tools that are available at the time to the best of my abilities and keep learning new things, and just doing the best I can with the skills and the utility I have at the time. Also, I'm going to ask the people in Discord. Jessica, did you want to see anything else in the metaverse while we're here? We are kind of done with the guided tour portion.
No, thanks. That's okay. I do have it up on my browser.
Okay. Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions or difficulties. And yeah, I really appreciate you and Robert being in the Discord tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, what do we do about the POAP? That sounds cool. I have a POAP collection.
Nice. Yeah. So I don't know why I'm always like, I just send out one email every month. I don't like checking my email. I will try to get the POAP email out separately, but no promises. It might just be like in December, like the Friday before. But yeah, you'll definitely get your POAP for this. You are super here. And yeah, I could show you what it looks like this time. My gosh. Okay, I have too many things on my... Okay. When you think it's this one. Here. It's actually the same as the dashboard. What's in the dashboard right now. So, yeah. So, I don't even know if I should be apologizing. But, yeah, we did the Animal Farm edition, and It is very done now. But we're gonna continue with the Twitter space now. If you want to keep listening in, that's
Okay.
it's great. But the visual portion of tonight is mostly done, except I'm gonna just like lazily move it so that people watching on stream have something to watch. So anyway, Doge, did I answer your question? And did you have an opinion on what I said?
Yeah, I think that like thinking about like video games from the past, you know, they were built like, you know, looking at Mario just as an example, Super Mario World, it was built, like the code was built, it was finalized, it was shipped, and then um, that's it. And like, so if your metaverse, like it could be like that. Like, you know, you get to a point where um, you build your metaverse, and then like you know, up until a certain point, and then like, okay, this is my metaverse, I'm happy with it, and like I could switch to art, but like I'm not going to make, like, it doesn't need to have like super the latest framework and all this super high end graphics. So like, I guess that's what I'm saying. Like, it depends on the intention and the goals of the metaverse.
Yeah, I mean, I'm already like not doing Unity 5. So, and some people just they embrace like pixel art and stuff like that, like intentionally not amazing quality. So, I think that well, my solution is good for people that want to have ownership of their like a owned version of their metaverse, and not needing to have like a special gaming server and to buy other people's stuff, and just have complete control over their metaverse. So yeah, my goal is to have a good, like, people to have a good experience in my galleries. I'm not necessarily like going to jump into and like, because Bandbook's art, like, well, I'll agree this is a very niche project, right? It's about banned books and we display art. So the company's name is Art Advocates Incorporated, which can do even more stuff. So it's, this project might hit a point where I'm not actively developing on it, but the architecture is good enough for it to continue the way it is. Like, legacy system is what I'm talking about. But then, I just start another project that has nothing to do with this, and then at that point I'll evaluate what is the best software at the time for me to use.
Okay, I got it. So pretty much you're willing to evolve, or like kind of adapt, if that's like the right thing to do. So that's good. I think yeah, your approach is different than my approach, and that's good. And there's probably a lot of potential. Like, I could see there being a lot of potential with what you're doing, and
It's cool. It's cool stuff. I don't have much else to say other than that.
Did I tell you about the metaverse hackathon that I'm involved with now?
I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, so while I was implementing it was just like a simple scavenger hunt maze, and which I can actually, it's kind of like, it's not token gated like it's supposed to be, but you know, sure. Let's see if it's on. No, maybe I can do it on localhost and just show you all in the stream. So basically, you get random images and you have to, I mean, they're all here because I was just experimenting like what is possible, but literally I used Midjourney to create a maze. I converted it to an SVG file and I was able to just make a maze in like 5 minutes. And I was like, oh my god, this is so much easier than whatever I was trying to do before. Like Bandbook's art is amazing, but if I could like make entire 3D worlds with AI art in like 5 minutes, like I want to work on this. And then so it's like a scavenger hunt game, and when you find the images, you find a random word, and then at the end of the game, you can mint a new NFT that uses Stable Diffusion to create AI work based off of your performance in the game. So I was just like, oh, you're kidding me, like this is so easy. And also not niche or themed, so we don't we don't need to do like, I'm just really excited for this project because of how much easier it is and how much how much of a bigger reach I can have when it's not niche. I'm just very curious about how popular something like this can get, since like we've discussed this before, that like Bandbook's art is more for like intellectual types that you know, care about learning, and it's also themed, so it excludes a lot of artists and stuff like that. So yeah, I was I don't even know. Yeah, so like
well, it's really cool. That's a really cool idea, and I can see that you can release it as like a timed maze. It brings to mind Halloween, like, you know how we have bales of hay and you go through the hay bales in a maze. But doing this to get an NFT at the end is really, really cool. Can you say again what happens when you find all the images?
So yeah, I mean, like, this is half implemented. I was just like trying to prove out the concept because I haven't done like a non-full screen metaverse experience before. But basically, you'll have like okay, so we actually decided that all of the images inside the maze, like these right now are just stubbed images that I got from like real things from OpenSea that I own for the most part. But these will be from like the user created images. But basically, when you find it, you'll have like a word next to it, and then when the game is over, it'll form like a sentence, and it'll say like, look, I mean, we're still implementing it, but either like you can have the option of minting it, or you get the PFP token at the end, and the metadata has the words that you want, and then you can use that token to like get a Stable Diffusion AI piece of work airdropped to you. So, does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so like you might get this and you'd be like, dragon, and this would be like coffee, and then it would be like, do you want to mint coffee dragon? And you'd be like, that sounds like something AI would actually have fun with, and then you would come back to have like coffee dragon in 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it's all about like wordsmithing, and there might be like at the ending screen where you can like reorder the words, or it's just like in the order that you found them. There's a bunch of interesting things that we could do, or it's like if you want to like reorder the words, you have to unfind it and then re-add it to the thing. It's for a hackathon and we only have 2 weekends left, so we're just gonna try like the simplest solution to get this out the
Definitely
door.
most simple. Yeah. Start with the simplest way you know how to produce the end result, desired outcome.
Yeah. But this is gonna be really fun because like this is on my own. This is on Banned Books Art, because I told them at the beginning, I was like, I do not have time to do extra things. You can token gate it and have a link that goes to my thing, and I don't care. But I'm actually gonna just do like a rudimentary A-frame thing and just do this on the repo, so that it's easier to token gate.
But you said that Stable Diffusion can give you SVG art, which is like 3D. You extruded all these rectangles, is what I'm understanding.
So
and you turned them into OBJs, or I don't understand what happened. How it was so easy.
Okay. I mean, even my own teammates are like, "What the f are you talking about?" But I literally used this is my Midjourney over here. I used this one, I think, and I took a because like when I converted this to an SVG, and then I put it in Tinkercad. And so it was way too big, so I just cropped it with the crop tool that they have here to like an interesting looking maze that doesn't make like.
That is damn cool.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So I was like, oh my god, this is so easy. And then I just, I can adjust the height. I can like do other things, but like, and so like it doesn't have to be one maze. This didn't take me a super long time. I'm gonna I had to use some cropping tools to make sure that there's like pathways, like interesting pathways, but for the most part it doesn't have to be that bad,
Yeah.
So, and like right now I was just checking it out. And so yeah, when I converted it to SVG and I imported in here, it just because I don't have tools to like make it a transparent, like the PNG, because this is a PNG, so I didn't have the tools to convert, like to get rid of like the white, but the SVG was just like, we don't need to have white here, so like I didn't have to. Anyway, yeah. I was just,
have now. You go to PXLR Pixeler. That is like a free Photoshop, and it's browser based, so you can do like a color selection of white and delete it.
Okay. You said it's free?
Yeah.
I've written that down.
Pixeler. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, like literally put that in my Discord in the journal channel, and I will love you. But like, yeah, I didn't have to because the SVG thing just like didn't use it. So anyway,
Because there's a
yeah,
version, and
yeah,
all you do is like make an account, and I think you can use the free version. I've been using it. Um, it's easy.
yeah. Like I tried the Adobe has a background remover. Um,
Yeah, they've made a lot of their stuff like free and available online as well, like for a very limited version.
yeah. So I was, yeah. Like, I'm sorry, like, even my own teammates are like, I don't understand what you're doing. You are saying words. and, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, I was like, am I gonna have to sit here and put squares on the thing and figure out what is an interesting maze pattern? Because that could take, like, forever. Or we can ask Midjourney for maze, which they did an okay job. Like I think I can even try to get it themed, or even we have the maze. I take out like a pocket and I just put like a 3D object in it so that there's some like visual interest. But like I don't have to because all you're doing is wandering around this world and trying to find images. So keeping it simple. At least trying. As simple as I get. So, but yeah, that's what I'm up to.
Hey, Amy, are you there?
My screen. Am I muted? Am I? Hold on a second.
I can hear you.
Yeah. Okay. Can you hear me? My screen went to sleep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, so we have this maze. We're gonna do it on optimism, because that's what the challenge is for the hackathon. It's use the optimism blockchain using NiftyKit, which is like a third-party solution, and it has to be a game in the metaverse. And I was like, I got this. So, but yeah, my teammate figured out the stable diffusion issue, except he is waiting for AWS to grant him the container because I don't know if you know this about this, but stable diffusion is like a monster program that is expensive to run. But
I'm aware, and so he needs a server for this.
yes, well he's gonna get I forget what it's actually called, but it's like the biggest big boy server instance that they have so that he can have his own stable diffusion. But we're not so like it's expensive to do AI art. However, we're not letting people do it over and over again. Basically, they pay every time they use the machine, whether it is like a good output or not. So, there's that. But yeah, so like if you've paid for the token gate and you choose to mint, oh, and because I can't do anything simple, honestly, it's a problem. But the owner, because this is going to be token gated, the owner of the NFTs, or like the owners really of the NFTs, will get a pool of like 5% of the game, like 5% of the proceeds from the game will be set aside to pay the owners of the NFTs that are in the gallery. And all of the art, it's not really a gallery, the maze. And the maze is full of AI art that was made by players that went through the gallery. So, does that make sense?
Yep, makes sense. It's a cool idea. Good luck in finishing it.
Yeah,
I gotta
got
run.
it.
Thanks for the tour.
It's a interesting topic. Interesting concept.
Yeah, so hopefully, because we only have 2 more weekends left, hopefully we can get something working, something, at least the front end part. Like, it might have to be like an IOU for the stable diffusion stuff, but get like the token gate and the game up like midweek, and then I think we're just gonna open it up to the public on testnet. Be like, here's how you get Gorelli, and then you play it just with fake money. And then we can say, like, we've had this many users mint on this collection, and it's fake. But I got, the email, so I need to make the... make all the social medias, and then so keep an eye out for that new yeah, the new social media thing that I have, and it's gonna be super cool. It's gonna be a race to the finish line, honestly, but like, I don't know, I'm like in love with this idea. I want to do this, but each maze is like themed on the charity that we give to, and then actually make this game experience like a charity, like literally just form a business that is a nonprofit, and then people play to raise money for charity. And then, because that was another part of the challenge, but also like that's kind of my MO in this space. It's like, I don't want to do anything that's not for public good. Or like if it's like, I just feel like we live in a world where we should all collaborate and try to do as much, real world good as possible.
What were you trying to do with the image you showed us earlier? The one that looks like a maze?
Oh, okay. So, I'm involved with a metaverse hackathon, and there are 4 people in my team, which I don't know any of their social handles. We should probably fix that. But basically, it's a timed maze game where at the end of the game, you get a score, you get your PFP, and you get a chance to, and every time you find a word in the scavenger hunt game, every time you find an image, it comes with a word. And so at the end, you can make an additional AI image that's generated from the words that you found in the maze.
Cool. No, but I'm saying you showed an image that you wanted to convert it to something else. It had a black and white maze on it.
Oh, yeah. So I was just saying that I used Midjourney, an AI art tool, to create a black and white maze. I used an online like convert.io or something like that to make it an STL file. And then this is Tinkercad, which is what I used to make like the 3D objects that are in my metaverse. So then, I was able to crop it because it was too large. And then like it took like 5 minutes. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was like, this is probably like a 20-minute job, as opposed to like it takes me 3 weeks to do my custom made metaverse on my own. So like, if I'm gonna work on a project, it's gonna be the thing that the tedious task is like 20 minutes as opposed to 3 weeks. Just saying. But okay, however, now that I know how to do this, the band, so next year, I'm only doing quarterly custom made metaverses, like these band books. We're gonna have 3 months of the same like band book theme, and like the first month in that cycle is going to be the AI art that we have collectively made in my AI art jams, and we are definitely going to be doing this like the scavenger hunt style. It might not be timed. You might not get, I mean, you're definitely not getting stable diffusion, but I think it would be fun to have it be like a game that you can, that like a low stakes game where like you find it and then you know, it's just like a 0 to 25 or, you know, however many, and you just find them, and then you have a button where you can buy the one that you like because those NFTs are 50% of the profits or the proceeds from that will be going to the charity that is listed on that NFT. Is that confusing? I mean, that's everything I do is confusing. Yeah, so basically every month we have those AI art jams. We do a bunch of Mid-Journey art, and then in January I'm going to start, because we're doing a theme redux theme where it's just like all of the things we've done before. So all of the images that we've produced before will be on the table. So I do need to figure out like what it is we are minting and how we can like make it more Web3 like. But I do want it to be where like you know, you have to find 25 images, but one of them is the one that was airdropped to you. So but it doesn't get airdropped until you find it. So you know, like you token gate it, and then like you can see the ones that are already minted. It's just one of those, it's just a weird thing where it's like I need to get more familiar with that technology to make sure that I can make a fun experience for that. But having a scavenger hunt maze for that month is probably the cooler experience. Maybe have like a competition. I don't know. Well, but yeah, we're gonna be doing the first month is gonna be like this maze thing, and then the second month is gonna be the art gallery, and then the third month is going to be a student scholarship competition. So really looking forward to next year. And I need to stop muting myself. It's a habit, y'all. Like, you finish talking, you mute yourself. But this is recording, and it's being recorded on Restream, and I am multicasting on Discord and on Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, we're doing good things. Alright, first of all, I'm going to invite you to the stage and then immediately be like, we're closing the space. So yeah, I just wanted to say hi to Web350 real quick, and then ask anybody if they have any more questions, and if not, we can close this space and I can do hackathon things, because you know, that's the hackathon life. You do it on your spare time, even if you have no spare time. So anyway, any more questions? Or actually, he didn't make it up on the stage, but yeah, hey.
No, I'm good. Thank you for making this presentation. I enjoyed. Hopefully to see the next one soon. Oh, he left already.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, I will definitely invite you for the next one. It is Christmas themed, Winter Wonderland family. So hopefully you'll be in that, and if not, definitely for January, which or February technically. So
I don't have anything for Christmas.
okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. So I will hit you back up in the New Year's and be like, hey, do you have anything for any of my previous gallery themes? Which we've done a lot of themes, but it's probably going to be my most complex Manaverse in February because I'm planning on making a bunch of mini verses, like very mini verses where it's just like one theme per room, and then when you get to the end of the room, you can portal to the other experience, and then we can just have like a really no, I don't know if anybody wants to hear this, but I'm envisioning it that because we started with The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and I want it to be like a modern wardrobe, you know, like the ones that are on like the wardrobe, like See My Wardrobe TV shows for celebrities, or it's like literally just like an entire floor of their house type deals. And then in like on the walls there'll be like portals like in picture frames, and you click on those and you just go to all of the different metaverses from there. So it'll be like the wardrobe central, and then yeah, we have so many like women themes and protesting and all of the things. You can go on to Bambook's art / contribute, and it should have the New Year theme. So just putting that out there. So anyway, it is good to see you, Web350, and I'm done. So have a good night. I'll talk to you all later. Bye. And I will actually get off here.